Hello and welcome to my channel, Celebrity Matrix. Today's video is how, "Sir, can I have your leftovers?" the black boy asked, and the millionaire followed him in silence. It was a cold Tuesday evening in downtown Chicago. Snow had started to fall, soft and quiet like feathers from the sky. Streetlights flickered on, casting long shadows over wet sidewalks. People hurried past with their coats pulled tight, heads down, trying to get home fast. In a fancy restaurant called the Golden Fork, a man sat alone at a corner table. His name was Mr. James Calloway. He was rich, very rich. You could tell just by looking at him. His suit cost more than most people made in a month. His shoes shined like mirrors. A gold watch wrapped around his wrist. He ate slowly, not because he enjoyed the food, but because he had nothing better to do. James wasn't happy. Money didn't make him smile. He had everything: big house, fast cars, private jet, but no one to share it with. His wife had passed away years ago. His only son lived far away and never called. So every night James came here, ate quietly, and left without saying a word to anyone. Outside, under the awning of the restaurant, stood a boy. His name was Malik. He was 16, tall and thin, wearing a torn jacket too small for him. His jeans were faded, and one shoe had a hole near the toe. He wasn't begging. He just stood there watching people come and go, hoping someone might drop a sandwich or toss out an old burger. Malik lived with his little sister, Keisha, in a tiny apartment across town. Their mom worked 2 jobs but still couldn't pay all the bills. Last week, the heat got turned off. They slept with 3 blankets and dreamed of warm soup. That night, Malik saw something through the restaurant window. Mr. Calloway had barely touched his meal. A juicy steak, mashed potatoes covered in butter, green beans, and half a loaf of garlic bread. It looked amazing. Malik's stomach growled so loud he thought someone might hear. He took a deep breath and walked inside. The hostess gave him a sharp look. "We're full," she said quickly. "I'm not here to eat," Malik said softly. I wanted to ask something." She frowned but let him pass. Malik walked up to Mr. Calloway's table. His heart pounded. He'd never spoken to someone so rich before, but hunger made him brave. "Excuse me, sir," Malik said. Mr. Calloway looked up slowly. His eyes were tired. "Yes?" Malik swallowed. Can I have your leftovers? If you're done, I mean. My sister hasn't eaten since yesterday." Silence fell between them. The clinking of forks and soft music filled the room. But at that table time seemed to stop. Mr. Calloway stared at Malik, not with anger, not with pity, but with surprise. No one had ever asked him for anything so honestly. Then, without a word, he waved at a waiter. "Pack this up," he said, pointing at his plate. "All of it." The waiter nodded and took the food away. Malik blinked. "Thank you, sir, really. Thank you." Mr. Calloway didn't respond. He just watched as the waiter returned with a white box. Malik reached for it. But then, Mr. Calloway stood up, and he followed Malik out the door. Malik froze. Sir, you don't have to come with me." But Mr. Calloway kept walking. He didn't say anything, just stayed 2 steps behind as Malik led the way through the snowy streets. They walked 6 blocks. Malik glanced back a few times, confused. Why was this rich man following him? Was he in trouble? Did he think Malik would steal something? But Mr. Calloway just walked, hands in his coat pockets, face calm. Finally, they reached Malik's building, a gray apartment block with broken windows and peeling paint. Malik climbed 2 flights of stairs and stopped at apartment 3B. He knocked twice. A small voice called, "Who is it?" "It's me, Keisha. Open up." The door cracked open. A little girl with big brown eyes peeked out. She wore 2 sweaters and a hat with ear flaps. "Malik," she cried, throwing her arms around him. Then she saw Mr. Calloway. Her smile disappeared. Malik handed her the box. "Look what I got. Real food." Keisha opened it slowly. Her eyes widened. "Is that steak?" "Yeah," Malik said. "Eat slow, don't choke." She sat on the floor and began eating right away. Malik smiled, then turned to Mr. Calloway. "Sir, you really didn't have to follow me. We're okay now." Mr. Calloway stepped inside. The apartment was small, just one room with a fold-out couch, a hot plate, and a tiny fridge humming loudly. A single lamp lit the space. Clothes hung on a line to dry. It wasn't much, but it was home. He looked around, silent. Then he said, "Where's your mother?" "She's working the night shift at the hospital," Malik said, "cleaning floors." "And your father?" Malik shrugged. "Never met him." Mr. Calloway nodded. He walked to the couch and sat down. Not like a rich man visiting poor people, just like someone who needed to sit. "You go to school?" he asked. "Yeah, Jefferson High. I play basketball. You any good?" Malik grinned. "Top scorer in my league." Mr. Calloway almost smiled. Almost. Then Keisha looked up, her mouth full. "Mister, are you Malik's friend?" Before he could answer, Malik said, "No, Keisha, he's just someone we met." Mr. Calloway looked at the little girl. "Maybe I am a friend," he said quietly, "if you want me to be." Keisha giggled. "You talk funny, like a robot." Malik laughed. Even Mr. Calloway's lips twitched. After Keisha finished eating, she curled up on the couch and fell asleep. The empty box beside her. Malik turned to Mr. Calloway. "You should go, sir. It's late." But Mr. Calloway didn't move. Instead, he said, "How long have you lived here?" 3 years, Malik said. "Since Mom lost the old house." "And school? What do you want to do after?" Malik sighed. "I don't know, maybe go to college, but it costs money. And even if I get a scholarship, who'll take care of Keisha? Mom can't do it alone." Mr. Calloway listened. Really listened. Most adults just nodded and walked away. But this man sat there, asking questions like Malik's life mattered. Finally, Mr. Calloway stood. "I'll be back tomorrow," he said. Malik blinked. "Why?" "Because Mr. Calloway said, you asked for leftovers. But maybe I'm the one who was missing something." Then he left. The next day, Malik waited. He didn't believe Mr. Calloway would come back. Rich people made promises they forgot. But at 6 p.m., there he was, standing outside the apartment door, holding 2 paper bags. Malik opened the door. "You came." "I said I would," Mr. Calloway replied. He handed Malik the bags. Inside, fresh bread, apples, peanut butter, cheese, and a carton of milk. "This won't last forever, Mr. Calloway said. "But it's a start." Malik was speechless. I don't know what to say." "Say you'll let me help," Mr. Calloway said. From that day on, Mr. Calloway came every evening. Sometimes he brought food, sometimes clothes. Once, he showed up with a brand new winter coat for Keisha, and gloves that matched. One night, he brought a stack of books. "These are for school," he said. "Math, science, history. And this one," he held up a thick book, "is about how to write great essays. College apps need those." Malik stared at the books. "You really think I can go to college?" "I know you can," Mr. Calloway said. "You're smart, you work hard, and now, you've got someone in your corner." Over the weeks, something changed. Mr. Calloway started talking more. He told Malik about his son Daniel, how they fought all the time, how Daniel left home at 18, and never looked back. "He thinks I care more about money than people," Mr. Calloway said. One night, sitting on the steps outside the building. "Maybe he's right. I built towers and bought islands, but I forgot how to be a father." Malik listened. He didn't judge. He just said, "Maybe it's not too late." Mr. Calloway looked at him. "You sound like my therapist." Malik laughed. "Nah, I just know what it's like to want a dad." They became friends. Real friends. Mr. Calloway started coming during the day too. He helped Malik study. He even went to one of his basketball games. When Malik scored 20 points and made the winning shot, Mr. Calloway stood up and clapped louder than anyone. After the game, Malik found him outside. "You proud?" Malik asked, grinning. Mr. Calloway put a hand on his shoulder. "Like a father." Those words hit Malik right in the chest. Months passed. Spring came. The snow melted, flowers pushed through the cracks in the sidewalk. Mr. Calloway did more than give things. He opened a savings account for Malik's college fund. He hired a tutor. He even talked to the principal about getting Malik into a summer program at a university. One Saturday, he took Malik and Keisha to the zoo. Keisha screamed with joy when she saw the lions. She fed peanuts to the goats. She rode the carousel 5 times. Malik watched Mr. Calloway laughing, taking pictures, buying cotton candy. "You're different now," Malik said. Mr. Calloway smiled. "So are you." That summer, Malik got into the pre-college program, full ride. He studied biology and wrote an essay about growing up in the city. The judges loved it. On the last night of the program, Malik called Mr. Calloway. "I did it," he said, voice shaking. "I got accepted to Northwestern on a scholarship." There was silence on the phone. Then Mr. Calloway said, "I'll pick you up tomorrow. We're celebrating." At dinner, Mr. Calloway raised his glass to Malik, the future doctor. Malik blushed. "I haven't even started yet." "But you will," Mr. Calloway said. "And I'll be there, every step." Years later, a young man in a white coat walked through the halls of Mercy General Hospital. His name tag read, Dr. Malik Johnson. He checked on patients, smiled at nurses, and carried himself with quiet confidence. In room 214, an older man sat up in bed, smiling. "How's my favorite doctor today?" Mr. Calloway asked. Malik grinned. "Only doctor you know, old man." Mr. Calloway had gotten sick last winter, heart problems, but he was getting better. "You saved my life," he said. Malik shook his head. "No, you saved mine." They both knew the truth. It started with a simple question. "Sir, can I have your leftovers?" One act of courage, one moment of kindness. Malik had been hungry, not just for food, but for hope. And Mr. Calloway, he'd been starving for purpose. They fed each other in ways no meal could measure. Now, every Sunday, Malik and Keisha, who was studying to be a teacher, visited Mr. Calloway. Sometimes they cooked together, sometimes they just talked. And every year, on that cold winter night, they went back to the Golden Fork. They didn't eat at the fancy tables. They packed meals and handed them out to people on the street. A boy once asked for leftovers. Today, he gives them away. And the millionaire who followed him in silence, he found his voice, and a family he never knew he needed.